When a total stranger offers a poor miller vast wealth in return for something of obviously lesser value, should it not arouse suspicion? Of course it should. But today's dunderhead, a man with as much imagination as a lump of coal, isn't even a teeny bit skeptical. There's no way but poorly for things to go for such a dimwit. The miller gathers firewood to supplement his puny income.
Why waste time in the forest? I'll make you rich as Croesus if you give me what stands behind your mill.
A hard bargain, sir, for I dearly love that apple tree. But for the wealth you promise, I give my pledge.
I'll return one day to collect what's mine.
Old Scratch has returned to collect his due. Turns out the miller's daughter was standing behind the mill, beside the apple tree.
Her tears have made her sopping wet. I can't take her like that.
She weeps because she has no hands.
You cut off her hands rather than forfeit your own life. You could have taken her place.
You fiend! I did what I had to do. You've come 3 times, and because she's wet, you've rejected her. Now she's safe. I'll care for her. She will be grateful.
Grateful? I think not. What would you do in her place? Might murder be on her mind? It ought to be, having beat the devil, whose aversion to water is frankly not that well known. The girl is on her own. She has no use for her craven father. Starving, unable to work for food, she happens upon a royal orchard. What luck!
Though it is forbidden, I'll eat just 1 pear to slake my hunger.
You are beautiful, so I will not have you executed for molesting my royal pears. In fact, I love you, despite your handlessness. I'll have some forged of silver made for you. You shall be my wife and queen.
The king is off to war. That's mainly what kings do, and they often do it poorly.
Goodbye, queen. Make the baby a boy. Be nice to mother. See you soon.
Goodbye, king. Dispatch the enemy with ruthless cruelty and hurry home. We'll roast a goat on your return.
Alas, this was not to be, for the devil is first and foremost a mischief maker with no sense of humour. Often the devil altered letters between the king and queen with his own, dare I say, diabolical messages. The messenger is his unwitting dupe.
If this message from her loving husband doesn't result in her death or exile, I will consider changing my career.
The queen has abandoned the palace. Thanks to the devil's work, she thinks the king wants her dead. Once again, she is on her own, though the silver hands provide some assistance.
Nature is fine, though a bath would be nice, and decent walking shoes, and some bread. I wonder what Father is doing.
Thinking of that old reprobate must have cost her.
Don't cry, Father. All is forgiven. You're not the first to sacrifice a child's body parts, and you won't be the last. Is there any bread available?
I'm sure there is. I believe I could get you some for a decent price. Those lovely silver hands will be worth something.
Indeed. Oh, look, there's my husband, the king. Your Majesty, do you still wish to cut out my tongue and eyes?
No, Queen, I want you as you are. Come, let us return to the palace and live happily ever after.
What an extremely large load of bovine excrement. Once again, an adult, a ridiculous excuse for a parent, barters a child's welfare to secure his personal gain, and is not held accountable for his atrocious actions. If you'd like to see Father pay a higher price for maiming his daughter, play on. A miller makes a deal with the devil, wealth in exchange for what stands behind his mill. Make it rotten. Let's move!
Well, all that is certainly very fucked up.
Now who's smelly?
Whoa! So instead of being converted, they're straight up killed.
Now who's loose?
Can I convert you now? Indeed I can.
Grimm's foul now. Stop it good. Stupid flippin' gate. Who's your papa?
That's already grim for a start.
The miller chops off his daughter's hands. The cowardly wheat grinder has no idea that his brutal act will temporarily save her from Satan. He's just looking out for number one. Well, at least someone's suffering. But why should she be the only one? Make it nasty. Do it now!
Ah, cute little doggy.
Grimm's smelly now. That Grimm's as a cockroach on toast now. Gross. Now. Grimm's foul. Now.
Whoa.
Grimm's rotten. Now LaDestitute is a cockroach on toast. Now I'm nasty. But we're all blown in the wind.
There must be some ridiculous strong wind there.
After abandoning her home, this abused and starving freak happens upon the royal garden and steals a pear. Maybe the guards will stab her. I can hope, can't I? Make it rotten. Do it now! Now I'm smelly. Grimm's stinky. Now. Now I'm gross.
Oh, man.
Grimm's foul. Now.
That's disgusting.
King invites the handless one into his castle. She steals his pears, but the king invites her in, and immediately decides he wants to marry her. A thief with no hands? Perhaps it's a good match, as he seems to have no brains. A fine royal couple. Make it disgusting.